I mean, what's the difference between a wonton and a dumpling? I like should have looked that up ahead of time. I don't know. Hey, this is Sharon, and I'm going to teach you how to make easy vegan dumplings. We are going to be making vegan dumplings. I'm sure there's lots of ways to do it. This is just an easy and quick way that I made up to do it. I bought these vegan wonton wrappers and just had them in my fridge and decided, all right, I'm making dumpling. What I did was I initially prepared my filling. So what's in there is I used about a tablespoon of sesame oil. You could use regular oil, I just like sesame. Half of a block of tofu, half of a cup of carrots, half of a cup of cabbage, and then I did also a tablespoon of ginger and a tablespoon of garlic, and a half a cup of cilantro. A tablespoon of, well, I used a tablespoon of liquid aminos, but you could use soy sauce as well. That to me is just like a good Asian combo for a filling in a dumpling. And if I had green onions, I'd add green onions in there as well. I just didn't have any. These are my wrappers. They are called wonton wrappers, but I'm gonna call these dumplings. I don't know the difference between dumplings and wontons. Now once the filling is prepared, you just have to wrap up your dumplings, like fold them all up, and then you cook them. There's multiple ways of folding dumplings. I'm gonna do 2 different ways and show you how. I am gonna use a bowl of cold water to help me with the glue, to stick them together. So all you do is you take a little wonton wrapper, put in about, a tablespoon-ish, teaspoon-ish, just, you don't want it to be too full or you can't seal the edges. So put in about that much, probably more like a teaspoon. And then you want to get your edges wet. Bring the corners together and press all the sides. You gotta press it kind of push together the dough. This is like raw dough. So this is one way to do it, is just to make a triangle dumpling. Ta-da! Now I'm gonna show you the other way to wrap these, and this is how I did it last time. I think both are fine. They're gonna taste the same either way. It's just kind of the shape you wanna have, whether you like one way or the other, or if you think it's prettier that way, I don't know. So same thing, you put about a teaspoon-ish, maybe a little more of the filling, and you are gonna do it as a rectangle first. This is the hard part, is you gotta try to keep the filling in. Press it together. This is so ugly. Okay. Maybe this is what you don't want to happen. Corners are not matched up. You wanna match up your corners into a rectangle. It'll still taste good and I'll still eat it, but it's ugly. Then you take your corners and fold those together, and you kind of make a little bonnet. Honestly, they look kind of like little butts when you cook them. I really think they look like little butts, but they're still delicious. Here, I'll try to do another one to make it prettier. You're gonna do it in a rectangle, so you're gonna make sure that your corners are free of filling. They really get in the way of sticking it together. You really have to be kind of precise. So you fold it in half. Try to match up your corners. There we go. Press it together. Press your corners together. Press all the edges down. This is better. Once you have your little rectangular package, then you fold it again. Press it down. Da-da-da. Your nice little rectangular butt dumplings. And you just have to do this 30 more times. I folded my dumplings, and now I'm gonna cook them. You can just steam them if you just want them steamed. I kind of like them pan fried and then steamed. I think that's where you get a nice sort of char on the outside or a little sear on the outside, and then steam them at the very end. So put about a tablespoon or 2 of oil in here. This is just extra virgin olive oil. Probably do 2 tablespoons here. Pan is getting hot, so you want to get that oil a little hot before you put them in. I'm gonna put it in this pan with hot oil. I'll do the triangles first, I guess. You want to cook them on both sides until they're seared on both sides to have a little bit of golden brown. It doesn't take too long with hot oil, so you just have to watch it and make sure you don't burn it. And we're gonna flip them over once, and then once they're cooked on the other side, then we're gonna pour in a little bit of water, let it steam, and then eat them. Already getting a little crispy on one side, so let me flip them over here. If you're trying to do these low oil, you can do these just steamed. You can actually just steam them. I'm gonna put a little bit of water in here to steam it. I'm getting concerned about the amount of spray. Watch out. Ah! No. All right, we'll see. I'm a little scared to lift off the lid. I can't do it! Hold on. Gotta pull it off. I mean, they're definitely gonna be delicious and crispy. They get soft when you steam them with water, so that's the point of the water. You sort of soften them. Flawless. Okay, I just cooked these triangle ones and had a little bit of a explosion with my oil and my water, so be careful mixing those. I do know better, but I did it anyway. So I'm actually gonna switch to my spray oil instead of like oil, because I have done this before, and I do this plus water at the end, and it doesn't like sploosh out into my face. You wanna get a nice sear on the outside, and then you wanna, at the very end, just put it in a little bit of water and close the lid so it'll steam a little bit, make them soft. I'm gonna flip them, try to get, it's hard because the other side's kind of brown, so you just wanna try your best to put them down on the part that needs to be cooked. Again, only about a minute or so. While that's cooking, let's talk about the sauce. You can buy gyoza sauce. Gyoza is just the Japanese word for dumpling, and they make gyoza sauce, and I actually buy it and love it. I'm out, so I just kind of made my own. This is 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, and 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. It's good by itself. If you want any sort of sweetness, I would add maybe like a teaspoon or 2 of agave, just to get a little bit of sweetness in it. Okay, let's start with that. All right, let me taste this, and then I gotta steam these. Ooh, that's good. Yay, it didn't spray all over my face. I'm just steaming this for about a minute or even less, just sort of seeing how they look. It'll get all soft, and then we'll take them out and we can eat them. I'll tell you, the hardest part of dumplings, making dumplings, is not shoving a burning hot lava dumpling in your mouth. All right, let's see if I can eat one. As I just said, don't. Love it. You can't dip a half-bitten dumpling, so you have to put the sauce like this inside of it. It's like a perfect little cup for the sauce. So good. Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get a new plant-based video recipe every Monday. You can also follow me on Instagram at Persian Plant Girl, or go to my website at persianplantgirl.com for more recipes. They're all looking at me through the window. You should look.